several clips. This is the first one that we about to react to. Let's check it out.
Well, he has the jersey on. He has the jersey on. You want me to sign it? Try to make it first.
Look at that reaction. That's not just a fan making a shot. That's Caitlin Clark at Nike headquarters, surrounded by employees competing for her autograph by draining logo shots. And the way Nike rolled out the red carpet for this visit, it's giving Michael Jordan treatment, not LeBron. Jordan, because here's what's actually happening while the WNBA sits frozen in a labor dispute. Nike is building an empire around one player, and they're doing it with a level of investment we haven't seen in women's basketball.
Signature shoe. That's hard. Here go another one. I don't think I seen this. Oh, this was Kayla yesterday. So Kayla definitely made it, bro.
Yep.
Wow.
That jacket right there, that's not in stores yet. That's custom CC Nike gear with her logo embroidered on premium material, $300 minimum when it drops, and it'll sell out in minutes. But let's talk about timing. The WNBA is currently on strike. No games scheduled. Negotiations stalled. And Caitlin Clark desperately needs the 2026 season to happen because Nike has her signature shoe launching in spring 12. Not a player edition, not a colorway, a full signature line, and if there's no season to showcase those shoes, Nike's looking at potentially hundreds of millions in marketing investment with no stage to perform on.
Hey, bro, this jacket, nice. I can't even lie. I don't even think this is out yet. This ain't out yet. This CC Nike jacket is out. That's probably gonna be like $300-400. I ain't gonna lie to you. That look premium. That look real premium there. Now this is a picture here of Caitlin Clark first coming in. Now she did give a speech.
Notice what they gave her. A mini basketball with her CC logo, the same logo people say looks like Chanel or Gucci. That's intentional. Nike didn't design a basketball logo for Caitlin Clark. They designed a lifestyle brand logo that happens to be associated with basketball, because they're not trying to sell her to basketball fans. They're trying to sell her to everyone. The promo material from this event, the From Anywhere Challenge tote bags, the custom shooting backdrop with her logo, this is luxury brand positioning. This is how you build someone into a cultural icon, not just an athlete.
The basketball that they got for Caitlin Clark got her logo on them. They probably gonna start selling these too. I just love Caitlin Clark logo, man. It looked like a premium designer brand logo. I don't think anybody else in basketball got a logo like this. Now, granted, some people say it looked like the Chanel or the Gucci logo, but to me, it's a staple logo. You know, it's a unisex logo. Somebody said really loved the promo material they had included.
The CC logo on that basketball tells you everything about Nike's strategy. It's clean, it's premium, it's unisex. You could put that logo on sneakers, on handbags, on watches, on anything, and it wouldn't look out of place in any of those contexts. Compare that to most athlete logos. They're clearly sports-focused. Nike designed Caitlin's branding to transcend basketball from day one. They saw what she did to college basketball ratings, saw how she moved merchandise, and made a calculated bet. This person can sell products to people who've never watched a WNBA game. And based on how they're investing in her right now, during a labor stoppage when she can't even play, they're doubling down on that bet.
This event. Wow, look, it says Caitlin Clark logo cookies to coffee to shooting in Duncan on CC logo backgrounds. Nike WHQ is dripped out with CC stuff. I ain't lying, man. We ain't seen nothing like this since Michael Jordan came, bro. Nike, like, people was feeling the type of way about Nike, man, but Nike is showing out for Caitlin, dog. I don't even think they did all this shit for LeBron. I just gotta be honest, man. They is showing out for Caitlin Clark.
Look at that setup. They built an entire shooting court with her logo as the backdrop. They brought in Nike employees to compete for autographed merchandise. They documented everything for social media content. This wasn't a casual visit. This was a production. And here's what makes it significant. Nike doesn't do this for everyone. They did it for Michael Jordan. They built an entire campus building around his brand. The fact that they're giving Caitlyn this level of access, this level of production value, this level of branded content creation, it signals where they think her career is headed. But it also reveals something about Nike's concerns. Because if the WNBA season doesn't happen in 2026, they've got a signature shoe launching with no games to market it around. No highlights to use in commercials. No playoff runs to build narratives. Just a shoe and a player with no stage.
She didn't make it. Well, I thought she hit that from all the way over there. Now, that was truly legendary. She would have made that one. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So, Caitlin Clark. Now, I believe there's one more clip, too. If I can get it pulled up here. Like, I just love doing videos like this because this is just so cool, man. These are like feel-good moments, bro. Feel-good moments coming out of the Caitlin Clark department.
Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The transcript mentions unrivaled the 3-on-3 league that launched during the WNBA offseason. And the creator of this content specifically said he doesn't care about it, thinks it's rigged, doesn't think it'll exist in 5 years. That's a harsh take, but it points to something real. Caitlin Clark didn't play in Unrivaled, and without her, that league struggled to generate the kind of mainstream attention it needed. The WNBA's biggest star chose to skip their off-season competition, and instead spent her time doing things like this Nike headquarters visit. That's a choice. And it's a choice that tells you where the real power lies in women's basketball right now.
At the starting of this year, she's kind of kicking stuff off quick. She's staying in the headlines. She did the Kelsey brother interview. She did the Nike thing. It's just looking good, man. Every week is something coming out, and I just take my hat off to her team. Supposedly she got a new agent. If not a new agent, somebody's definitely over more of her stuff that is surrounding her. But I'm happy with this, man. I'm truly is, because it was looking scary there for a minute.
Here's what the transcript reveals about Nike's investment strategy. They're not waiting for WNBA negotiations to resolve. They're building Caitlyn's brand infrastructure right now, during the stoppage. Custom merchandise, logo integration, fan interaction content, premium facility access, because Nike learned something from the NBA. You don't build superstars during the season when everyone's paying attention. You build them during the off-season, when you can control the narrative. Every piece of content from this visit, the shooting competitions, the autograph sessions, the facility tours, it's all designed to maintain momentum when there are no games to generate headlines. And it's working. This footage went viral. Multiple clips, trending across social media platforms, fans dissecting every detail of her custom gear. Media outlets covering a Nike campus visit like it's breaking news. That's the power of strategic brand building. Nike turned a corporate visit into must-see content.
Oh, Caitlin's a good sport. Hey, Caitlin's a good sport. Caitlin's a good sport, bro. She still signed this jersey. That's a hella long shot on a little bitty baby hoop. Now, Caitlin Clark did make this shot yesterday, and we're going to go over some of the footage there, but there's more fan interaction, too. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all real quick, because she let another fan do it. And I believe the young man made it. And, yeah, this one right here was legendary. Let's watch it real quick.
Watch how Caitlin handles herself in these interactions. Professional, engaged, but not over the top. She signs the jersey even when the fan misses the shot. She participates in the competitions without making it about herself. She lets Nike's production team capture everything without seeming performative. That's media training paying off. The transcript mentions she might have a new agent, or at least someone managing more of her public-facing work. And you can see the difference. Every interaction is content-ready. Every moment is brand-appropriate. Nothing feels forced, but everything is strategic. Compare that to how she handled media during her rookie WNBA season. Sometimes awkward, occasionally defensive, clearly still learning how to navigate the spotlight. This version of Caitlin Clark, this is someone who understands she's not just a basketball player anymore, she's a brand. and brands require different skills than basketball does.
Now, this is the CC off-season Twitter account. And just like I stated earlier, man, shout out to them because they always keep us up to date with Caitlin Clark stuff, man. Let's see this here.
It's harder than it looks. There we go.
Yeah. But for Caitlin Clark to be back at the Nike headquarters.
The transcript describes this as legendary and Michael Jordan level treatment. And while that might sound like hyperbole, look at the actual investment Nike's making. Custom facility setup, dedicated production crew, branded merchandise created specifically for this event, employee engagement activities, social media content, strategy. This is exactly how Nike treated Jordan in the 80s and 90s. They didn't just sponsor him, they built an entire ecosystem around him. And they're replicating that playbook with Caitlin Clark. But here's the critical difference. Jordan had already won championships when Nike went all in. Caitlin made the playoffs once in her rookie season and lost in the first round. Nike is making this investment based on potential and marketability, not proven championship pedigree. That's either brilliant or risky, depending on how the next few seasons play out. If Caitlin wins a championship, Nike looks like geniuses who got in early. If she doesn't, they've got a massive marketing investment tied to a player who couldn't deliver title. Here's what makes this Nike visit particularly significant. In the context of the WNBA labor dispute, while the players' union and league ownership are deadlocked over revenue sharing, salary structures, and travel accommodations, Caitlin Clark is out here building a parallel economy that doesn't depend on WNBA games happening. Her Nike deal reportedly guarantees her 8 figures annually, regardless of whether she plays basketball. Her signature shoe will launch whether there's a 2026 season or not. Her brand partnerships and endorsement deals continue generating income during the stoppage. She's essentially insulated from the labor dispute in ways that most WNBA players aren't. And that creates a complicated dynamic within the league. Because if the strike extends into 2026 and the season gets canceled, Caitlin loses game checks that represent a fraction of her total income. But role players lose their primary source of income. That's not Caitlin's fault. She's maximizing her market value like any smart business person would. But it does mean she has different incentives than the average WNBA player when it comes to how aggressively to push for a new collective bargaining agreement. Nike understands this dynamic perfectly. They're investing in Caitlin during the stoppage specifically because they know she's going to be fine either way. If the season happens, great. They've got game footage to build campaigns around. If it doesn't, they've still got the most marketable player in women's basketball under contract, and they can build her brand through content like this. Nike headquarters visit. The From Anywhere Challenge branding is genius because it doesn't require basketball game. It's just Caitlin shooting from distance, something she can do in a Nike facility, at a promotional event, during a commercial shoot, anywhere. They've created marketing opportunities that exist independent of the WNBA schedule. Look at the production value of the footage that came out of this visit. Multiple camera angles, professional lighting, carefully staged fan interactions, branded merchandise strategically placed in every shot. This wasn't documented by someone's iPhone. Nike had a full production crew capturing content, and that content serves multiple purposes. It maintains Caitlin's visibility during the off-season. It showcases Nike's investment in her. It generates social media engagement. It creates aspirational moments for fans who want to be part of her journey. And it does all of this without requiring a single WNBA game to be played. That's the future of athlete marketing. You're not just sponsoring someone's basketball career. You're building a content creation engine around their personality and skills. The basketball is almost secondary to the brand. Now let's talk about what this means for the signature shoe launch. Spring 2026 is roughly 14 months away. Nike typically starts building hype for signature shoes about 6 months before launch, which means they need Caitlin doing things like this. High visibility events, fan interactions, content creation, starting right now. The fact that they brought her to headquarters in Oregon gave her access to facilities most athletes never see, and created this entire production around her visit. That's the beginning of the signature shoe marketing campaign. They're establishing her as Nike royalty before the shoe even gets officially announced. And if you look at successful signature shoe launches historically, they all follow this pattern. Build the athlete's brand first. Create aspirational moments. Make fans feel connected to the journey. Then when the shoe drops, it's not just footwear, it's a piece of the story they've been following. The custom CC jacket, the logo basketball, the branded tote bags. These are all preview items. Nike's testing designs, gauging fan reactions, seeing what resonates. And based on how this footage performed on social media, they're learning that fans want premium, lifestyle-oriented Caitlin Clark merchandise. Not just basketball gear. That's going to inform how they design and market the signature shoe. It won't be positioned as just a performance basketball sneaker. It'll be positioned as a lifestyle product that happens to perform well on the court. Something you can wear to games, but also to brunch, to class, to the office. That's how you sell shoes to people who don't play basketball. And that's the market Nike is really targeting here. The transcript mentions the creator thinking Caitlin could potentially beat Michael Jordan in sneaker sales. That sounds insane until you consider the math. Jordan brand does roughly $5 billion in annual revenue, but that's built over decades with hundreds of products. Caitlin's signature shoe will be one product launching into a market that's significantly larger than the market Jordan entered in Nike. Women's athletic footwear is one of the fastest growing segments in the industry. Crossover lifestyle sneakers are dominating sales charts. And Caitlin has something Jordan never had. Social media reach. From day one, she can speak directly to millions of fans without needing traditional media coverage. Could her shoe actually outsell Jordan's? Probably not in year one, but could it become the best-selling women's basketball shoe of all time? Absolutely, and Nike's investing like that's exactly what they expect to happen. So where does this leave us? The WNBA is on strike with no clear resolution timeline. Caitlin Clark is building her brand independent of league games. Nike is investing hundreds of millions in her future. And the gap between the league's biggest star and everyone else just keeps growing. If you're a WNBA player watching this footage, are you inspired that one of your colleagues is getting this level of investment? Or are you frustrated that the rising tide isn't lifting all boats? That Caitlin's success hasn't translated into better conditions for the average player? Because that's the real tension here. Caitlin Clark is proof that women's basketball can generate massive commercial interest and revenue. But most of that revenue is flowing to her individually through endorsements, not to WNBA players collectively through league revenue sharing. The labor dispute is ultimately about whether the WNBA's business model can evolve to capture more of the value that players like Caitlin create. And based on this Nike visit, the answer might be that the value isn't being created through the WNBA at all. It's being created through individual brand partnerships that exist parallel to the league. That's a problem the players' union and league ownership need to solve. Because if the most marketable players can build sustainable careers without needing WNBA games, what leverage does the league actually have? So here's my question for you. Is Caitlin Clark's Nike treatment good for the WNBA, or does it highlight how broken the league's business model actually is? Because she's thriving during a labor stoppage while most players are losing income. That's not sustainable long-term. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you think Nike's investment in Caitlin is going to pay off, hit that subscribe button because we're going to be covering this signature shoe launch extensively over the next year.